Nigeria produces about 8 billion standard cubic feet of gas daily, but the potential to produce more abounds. This, according to operators, requires intensive investments. But in order to actualize the goal, President of the Nigeria Gas Association, Dr. Dada Thomas, is asking government to redirect its tax strategies on the commodity.
Nigeria is producing around 7.5 to 8 billion standard cubic feet of gas a day. Okay? Of all of that, only 13% or about 1.1 to 1.2 billion standard cubic feet is actually being used locally, domestically, to generate primarily power, or we're sending the rest to gas-based industries, such as the Notori fertilizer plant at One, or the new Indorama fertilizer plant, or the proposed or other industries. That's what we're doing, only 13%. Now, the bulk of the gas we're using domestically is for power. So is there potential to do more than that? Yes, there is. But to do so, you have to invest more in gas production. You have to invest in gas transportation infrastructure, which will bring the gas molecules from where they're produced to where they need to be used. Now, in the short term, you can get incremental increases, but to get this significant increase, and the target is to increase from 1.1 billion standard cubic feet locally to about 3 billion standard cubic feet locally. That would transform Nigeria. Okay? We need to invest every year nearly $5 billion for the next 5 years. That's a lot of money, right? In the next 10 years, if you look at not just the upstream gas sector, but the midstream, which is the transportation and treatment of gas, and then the downstream, which is the fertilizer plant, the LPG plant, the cooking plant, your wife or your girlfriend, as the case may be, and everybody uses to cook in the home or should be using to cook in the home. The next 10 years, we may need as much as 50 to 100 billion US dollars. It's a lot of investment, and that can only be attracted if we ensure that the fiscal policies are in place to attract investment, both from the local market and from overseas market to Nigeria. You know that money doesn't go where it doesn't feel comfortable or it's not safe. Money goes, and business people make decisions based on rational thinking. They look at the numbers and they say, okay, can I get my money back? If you tick that box, that's a good thing. But in a country where you have capital controls, can I get my money out? If the answer is no, they're not going to come and invest in your country. So to improve domestic gas production, because that's what you're really asking me, we need to make sure that the monetary and fiscal policies we are enabling in Nigeria are good for attracting additional investment into the country, and that out of that, Nigeria as a country benefits. Now, I think that the major paradigm shift that is required in this country is that the lawmakers, the policymakers, should not think of gas as a source of revenue for government, which is what they're doing. They should think of gas as an enabler that would allow every other sector of the economy to grow.